volunteer someone to come up and read some scripture for us? Brave soul who wants to come up and read. Come on.
Hi, my name's Noah. I know her. She gets to know me sometimes. Alright, so this is from Luke 3 to 17. John, Zechariah's son, out in the desert at the time, received a message from God. He went all through the country, around the Jordan River, preaching a baptism of life-changing, leading to forgiveness of sins. When crowds of people came out for the baptism, because it was a popular thing to do, John exploded, "Brood of snakes, what do you think you're doing slithering down here to the river? Do you think a little water on your snakeskins is going to deflect God's judgment? It's your life that must change, not your skin. And don't think you can pull rank by claiming Abraham as your father. Being a child of Abraham is neither here nor there. Child of Abraham counts as a dime a dozen. God can make children from stones if he wants. What counts is your life. Is it green and blossoming? Because if it's dead wood, it goes on fire." The crowd asked him, "Then what are we supposed to do? If you have 2 coats, give one away," he said, "and do the same with your food." Taxmen also came to be baptized and said, "Teacher, what should we do?" He told them, "No more extortion. Collect only what is required by the law." Soldiers asked him, "And what should we do?" He told them, "No shakedowns, no blackmail, and be content with your rations." The interest of the people by now was building. They were all beginning to wonder, could this John be the Messiah? But John intervened. "I'm baptizing you here in the river, the main character in this drama, to whom I'm a mere stagehand, will ignite a kingdom life, a fire, the Holy Spirit within you, changing you from the inside out. He's going to clean house, make a clean sweep of your lives. He'll place everything true in its proper place before God. Everything false he'll put out in the trash, and it will be burned."
Thank you, Noah. Very uplifting message. I want to give you just sort of a heads up as to where we're going with tonight's theme, so that you know what to look for in the strange and unusual things that will be unfolding up here. So we just met John the Baptist, who was a real dude, a real figure in history. He was a devout Jew who called his fellow countrymen to get ready. Be ready, because this kingdom of God thing, it's about to happen. It's about to unfold. Make sure you're ready when it happens. Now we need to understand that the Jews, this kingdom of God thing for the Jews, wasn't some fruity, supernatural, hocus-pocus, end-of-the-world catastrophe kind of thing. The Jews were waiting for someone to come along who wasn't Caesar, and who wasn't Pilate, and who wasn't Herod. They were waiting for someone to come along and be the real king. The king who will be ushered into that position of power and finally begin the work of bringing peace, God's peace, to the world through acts of justice. And so John's message was, people, fellow countrymen, get ready, because this kingdom of God thing, it is about to happen before your very eyes. And so John is a popular dude. People loved his message and said to him, "We're in." What does it mean, though, to get ready? What does that actually look like? And so John says this: if you want to get ready for this kingdom, let's reenact those moments in our history where God has acted faithfully, where God has delivered us. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to dress like a wild man and go deep into the wilderness, into the desert. I'm going to head down to the Jordan River. You guys come out to me through the desert. And as you travel through the desert, I want you to remember that moment when God delivered our ancestors out of slavery. That act of justice that God performed to save our ancestors from slavery. And as you're walking through that wilderness, through the desert, it's a reenactment. It's a remembrance of God's faithfulness when our ancestors were roaming for 40 years through the wilderness. And then you'll get to me at the Jordan, and I'll be baptized. I'll actually take you into the water. We will walk through the water together as a way of remembering and reenacting God's faithfulness as God delivered our ancestors through the Red Sea. You know those stories, right? Now, the people were excited about this message. Yes, we're in. And so hundreds and thousands of fellow countrymen went out to be part of this getting ready gig, including Jesus. Jesus was a follower of John the Baptist. So, Jesus goes out and is baptized. And very early in Jesus' ministry, he takes John's message and tweaks it just a bit. So Jesus realized that waiting for someone to be ushered into power to begin the work of these acts of justice unfolding, sitting around waiting ain't getting it done. So we need to tweak this just a bit, because this is silliness. We're not getting any further. We're not getting any closer to this kingdom of God. So Jesus changes the message to this. And he says, the kingdom of God is not just around the corner. It is not imminent. It is not coming. The kingdom of God is, it's here. It's now, and is among us. When we get together as us, that kingdom of God thing is ready to unfold right before your eyes. For Jesus, John the Baptist's act of remembering was symbolic. And Jesus is saying, these symbolic acts are kind of nice, but they don't get us to it. It's a little more urgent, it's a little more imminent, because it's already here. So, stop waiting, people. Get on with it right now. The kingdom of God here and now. So, this is what I want you to watch for in the service today. I want you to watch for those moments that point to not waiting. I want you to watch for those moments that point to not waiting, but collaborating with God to figure out what is about to unfold. I want you to watch for those moments that point to co-labor aiding. You get the etymology of that word? Working with God, toward this thing that is about to unfold. You are undertakers in this work with your God. Those are the eyes I want you to have on through the balance of this service as it unfolds.